Very nervous. I got here about an hour and a half ago. I haven't been able to stop moving. I've not really been into the boardroom yet, which is where I should have gone. And I've supported this little club since just after the war. And I can tell you it's the biggest thrill of my life to see people like Glenn Hoddle along the corridor in the dressing room. Ricky Villa just came into the tea room there, and Keith Birkinshaw with the team sheet. And to see those sort of players in our little ground, it's magnificent.
Keith, you've just had the final chat with the players. What's been the message to them?
Well, just to go out and enjoy it as much as possible. They've got to sweat blood for me tonight. And let's be fair, we haven't played against Spurs for 75 years in a competitive match. So it's a long time before perhaps we play them again. We've got to make the most of it tonight.
Gillingham's players received a rousing reception from the all-ticket crowd, including supporters watching from their very own executive boxes. For entertainment value, the match lived up to every expectation, but the Gillingham fans must have feared the worst when Spurs, playing controlled and positive football, scored after only 15 minutes. Glenn Hoddle starting the move, putting Steve Archibald clear. And there's Garth Crooks coming in at the far post to head in the goal. Simple goal too for Garth Crooks, his 12th of the season. Gillingham though responded admirably and thoroughly deserved their equaliser 11 minutes later. The cross from Mickey Adams was only half cleared by Hazard, and look at the power of the shot from Jeff Johnson. So Gillingham right back in the match. But for all the chances that Gillingham created, they simply couldn't match the Spurs finishing. A devastating goal here from Archibald puts them ahead after 43 minutes. Seconds later, though, the Tottenham goal was under pressure again. Tony Cascarino's back header, sending substitute Kenny Price clear, and the shot well wide. The best goal of the night came 3 minutes into the second half. A glorious pass from Hoddle, a first-time touch then from Hazard, and Archibald's execution absolutely perfect. Not much that the Gillingham goalkeeper Ron Hilliard could do about that one. So Spurs 3-1 up, but Gillingham fought back again, and from Tideman's corner, Price beating Clements there with the header. So perhaps an upset could still be on. But with just seconds remaining, Spurs put the tie beyond their reach. Hoddle, who had a fine match, again involved, Gary Mabbutt playing his part too, and Crooks comfortably scoring his second. So in the end, a 4-2 defeat for Gillingham, but as their enthusiastic crowd were happy to confirm, well, they were far from disgraced. What do you think this has done for the morale, not only of the club, but of the town, because this was their night as well?
Yes, it can only help. It can only help the interest. And if they've come along tonight, they must have been very pleased with what they saw. Not only as a game, but they must have thought all the players in the blue and white had something very special to offer. And I hope that perhaps half of those, at least, will come along on Saturday and cheer us on against Doncaster. Because with that type of home support, I'm convinced that we can really push our way up the league.
Well, Brian, you said it was going to be an exhausting night for everybody, and you look absolutely shattered.
I feel shattered.
How proud were you, Brian, of the way they played tonight?
I was so proud of them because I think Spurs will know, and they've admitted themselves, that they know they've been in one hell of a game tonight. I think their finishing was better than ours, but I think we worked so hard. And I was so delighted for all the people who came tonight. I mean, who've seen third division football for so long, and our fabulous 5,000, the loyal 5,000 who come week in and week out. I was more than pleased for them. I mean, all right, the crowd was something like 14,000 tonight, so there are something like 9,000 who don't normally come. But I think they'll have seen a game tonight, Peter, that would make them think, hey, there's something worth looking at Priestfield Stadium. I'm absolutely shattered because I feel I've kicked every ball and I've headed every ball and I made 150 tackles and I've run a mile. I'm very proud, I think, for everybody connected with Gillingham. And tonight we've had a truly typical traditional cup tie. And there'll be a lot of sore bodies in the Spurs dressing room. Don't have any worry about that. A few broken hearts on this one.